Now we are going to see question number 18 from Indian Catechism of Catholic Church. And the question is, why did God create man? The answer is, He created man to know, love and serve Him and thereby attain salvation. Now we can see the explanation for this. Before understanding the answer to this question, we must first clearly understand the following terms: knowing God, loving God, serving God, salvation. These are not just Sanskrit words, but also concepts that have often been misunderstood or misinterpreted due to cultural influences in India. Now we can see about knowing God. In Indian culture, knowing God often means becoming aware of God. But here, we must understand that knowing God means understanding God. Understanding God means realizing God's dilemma. What is God's dilemma? God holds immense love for humanity but cannot express it openly. Why? Though love should be expressed, God often punishes the righteous and the wicked seems to thrive. Why is that? This is the question Satan plants in the minds of humans. Why does Satan raise this question? He does it to shift our focus from divine purposes to earthly goals, thus leading us to prioritize worldly desires over divine filiation, which is our relationship with God. Those who think this way are essentially saying that they prefer living comfortably on earth rather than becoming children of God. Satan makes people believe this. Understanding this is the first step in knowing God. To comprehend why the righteous suffer and the wicked prosper, one must first understand God's plan. God desires to create a family only with those who truly love Him. To achieve this, each person must be tested without exception. God tests each person to see how far they will go in loving and serving Him. This testing may involve increasing suffering to see who continues to serve God, even through hardships, without cursing Him. Only those who love God with all their heart, soul and strength, even amidst suffering, are the ones He wants to form His family with. Understanding this is what it means to know God. Next we will see about loving God. During the Last Supper, Jesus told His disciples, "I no longer call you servants, but friends, because a servant does not know his master's business." From this, we learn that to love God, we must understand His will and act accordingly. In Matthew 13, verses 10 to 13, Jesus points out that those who do not seek understanding are punished, while those who seek to understand will be given more understanding. Failing to strive for understanding is a significant fault because understanding God's will is a small but essential step towards loving Him. Those who wish to be part of God's family must be willing to lay down their lives for His friendship. Next we will see about serving God. In Indian culture, the word serve is often equated with worship. In Catholic belief, however, worship is different from supplication. Supplication refers to praying for personal needs, while worship refers to participating in rituals that grant salvation. That is why in the Catholic Church we see many statues and prayer to these statues. However, they do not worship the statues themselves or the people these statues represent. In the Catholic Church, the sacrament of the Eucharist is seen as the means to attain divine filiation. So, only this Eucharistic celebration is considered as worship in Catholic Church. Through the Eucharist, believers offer Jesus as a sacrifice to God and receive His body and blood to renew their covenant to becoming children of God. Participating in the Eucharist is what is meant by serving God. Now we are going to see about salvation. The term salvation is a major reason why many in India reject the Christian message. In most Indian religions, salvation or moksha signifies the cessation of life. However, in Catholic belief, salvation means eternal life, not cessation. The misunderstanding arises from the translating the word moksha in a way that matches Indian religious concepts, where the focus is on escaping the cycle of life. However, Christianity teaches that salvation is attaining life, not abandoning it. Hence, this confusion has made the Christian message, which should be universal, appear unnecessary in India. In reality, salvation, as understood in Catholic faith, distinct from other Christian beliefs, means becoming a true child of God, that is, Divine Filiation, where one attains eternal life without death. Thus, to answer the question of why God created man, we should understand that God created man to comprehend His intentions. He prepared to give one's life for His friendship and participate in the Holy Mass, thereby attaining the state of becoming a child of God. This is what the Church means when it says, He created man to know Him, love Him, serve Him, and thereby attain salvation.